Water is slow.
A radioactive leak at a nuclear power plant right here in Minnesota.
Xcel Energy says it happened at its plant in Monticello last November. Now, contaminated water is slowly creeping toward the Mississippi River. WCCO's Alan Henry spoke with agencies about how they plan to stop it and why it took months for the public to find out.
Jeff Rowan lives about a half a mile from Xcel Energy's nuclear power plant in Monticello. He had no idea that 4 months ago, 400,000 gallons of radioactive water leaked in the facility.
Yeah, that concerns me. That somebody wouldn't have told us, especially the city should have let us know. Somebody should have let us know.
Both Xcel and the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency released statements about the leak Thursday afternoon, making it public knowledge for the first time. They say on November 22nd, they discovered a pipe leaking the radioactive water and began working to fix it. Almost 4 months now. Why are people just now hearing about this?
If at any point there had been a concern for the public safety, we would, of course, immediately provided much more information. But we also wanted to make sure we fully understood what was going on before we started raising any concerns with the public around us.
Both Xcel and the Minnesota Department of Health say at this point, there's no risk to the public.
The plant is located about 3/4 of a mile away from the Mississippi River, and officials tell me none of that leaked water has reached the river, at least not yet.
The groundwater beneath the facility, it's been determined that it moves in the direction of the Mississippi River slowly, but that's the direction that it flows or moves underground.
As crews work to keep the leaked water on site at the plant and retrieve it from underground, they say the rain and snow we're getting now is actually helping.
Actually, as the snow melts and contributes to water in the river, that actually creates a natural pressure that will push the water that leaked from our plant back toward the plant. So nature is actually working with us here, which is good.
Alan Henry, WCCO 4 News.
The state emphasizes the leak has not contaminated any drinking water wells. Xcel says it plans on powering down the plant next month to remove and repair the broken pipe.
But it is not the goal that renders a system oppressive. It is always the methods by which the goal is pursued. Whenever a government claims to have the people's interest at heart, you need to think again. In the entire history of mankind, there has never been a political elite sincerely concerned about the well-being of regular people. What makes any of us think that it is different now? If the age of enlightenment has brought forth anything, then certainly this. Never take anything any government tells you at face value. Always question everything any government does or does not do. Always look for ulterior motives and always ask, cui bono, who benefits? Whenever a political elite pushes an agenda this hard and resorts to extortion and manipulation to get their way, you can almost always be sure your benefit is definitely not what they had at heart. As far as I'm concerned, I will not be vaccinated with anything that has not been properly vetted and tested and has shown no sound scientific evidence that the benefits outweigh the disease itself and possible long-term side effects, which, to this day, we don't know anything about. I will not be reduced to a mere guinea pig by getting vaccinated with an experimental drug. And I will most assuredly not get vaccinated because my government tells me to and promises in return I will be granted freedom. Let's be clear about one thing. No one grants me freedom, for I am a free person. So I dare the European Commission and the German government. Throw me in jail, lock me up and throw away the key for all I care. But you will never be able to coerce me into being vaccinated if I, the free citizen that I am, choose not to be vaccinated.